Runners sent on their way from the 2,400 metre marker. Early leaders Roy's Horse, here's Amanga around them. Scott's Party's in the red among the leading division. Roy's Horse is along the inside with a good position. There is Somebody to Love. And Year of the Dragon has now moved up into that third position. In actual fact, going up into second now is Year of the Dragon. They are followed further back in the running by MUSUCHELALOMISSUS. Viva Lorraine is further back in the running at this stage, and then comes Fair Value, and Supersonic is the trailer. They move down to the 1900. They're going to swing on to that backstretch now. And the leader is Amanga. Has gone on by a length. Year of the Dragon second, and Scott's Party is third. MUSUCHELALOMISSUS, then Somebody to Love. On the outside is Roy's Horse. That's got about 7 lengths to make up. Further back in the running at this stage is Fair Value, Viva Lorraine. That's about 8 or 9 lengths off the leader, and then comes Supersonic. As they move now towards the 1,400 metre marker, and Amanga has it by a length. Year of the Dragon is on the outside of Scott's Party, who's near the rail. MUSUCHELALOMISSUS is back fourth. That's got the yellow cap. Somebody to Love on the inside, and then comes Roy's Horse, Viva Lorraine. Fair Value is second to last, and Supersonic's the trailer, about a dozen lengths off the leader. Amanga by a length and a quarter. Year of the Dragon is second, and Scott's Party's third. There's only a neck between second and third. MUSUCHELALOMISSUS and Somebody to Love 4 lengths off the leader. Then Roy's Horse, 2.5, Viva Lorraine. Further back in the field is Fair Value, and then comes Supersonic. They'll return into that home stretch, just over 600 metres to go. And Amanga's the leader. Scott's Party second. Year of the Dragon is now being niggled at. Behind that MUSUCHELALOMISSUS, Somebody to Love. Towards the inside of that, Fair Value, and then comes Roy's Horse. Coming to the 400, and Amanga's still the leader. Scott's Party now comes forward, but under a ride. MUSUCHELALOMISSUS is a big runner. Year of the Dragon is gone. And the danger, MUSUCHELALOMISSUS, who needs some running room, comes to Scott's Party, and MUSUCHELALOMISSUS hits the front. Scott's Party down the inside. Roy's Horse stays on, but MUSUCHELALOMISSUS goes on, and MUSUCHELALOMISSUS will win it. MUSUCHELALOMISSUS by 3 lengths. Second to Scott's Party. Third placing Roy's Horse, then 10 lengths back to Fair Value. Number 2, MUSUCHELALOMISSUS, Ian Sturgeon, the Trippy. Well done, Gary Rich. And they win it, and this one's bred by Adam Kethra, man banging form of Ian Sturgeon. Number 2 on the tote, R5.50 the win. Tote favourite number 1, Scott's Party, will run into second position, but beaten by 4 to 5 lengths. Third position goes to Roy's Horse. Roy's Horse will stay on for their third place. And then it's many lengths back. I say about 10 lengths back to Fair Value in a well-detached field. That runs into fourth. The race time is not up yet. Now Fair Value just creeps in. And then 10, Somebody to Love. A lot of them were just going up and down from the 300 metre marker. Long-time leader Manga fades out. And Year of the Dragon, probably something amiss. Let's see if we get any feedback. Was niggled out before they turned for home, and then finishes many, many lengths behind. The winner, MUSUCHELALOMISSUS, just needed some running room on the outside rail, and goes on to score. Scott's Party is second, and third place to Roy's Horse. That's the running of race 5 until the 6th race. Back to the studio.
Really a good result here for trainer Gary Rich and his patrons, Mr. Donovan Plyke on course, Mr. Perkins, and the son of Trippy. He's taken a bit of time, but he's found the right type of race, no doubt about that. Useful stayer, and well done to Gary Rich. Compliments, you had this all super fit today.
Thanks, Tees. I've been waiting for the 2-4. I think he'll even go further.
It looks that way, he seems to stay well, and the race worked out nicely for him. There was a fair pace up front which suited him.
Yeah, and Ian rode him a very good race on him. I was very happy the way he rode him.
The name MUSUCHELALOMISSUS very fondly accepted by the public. I know we have a few giggles each time we talk about him as well.
Yeah, Adam Kethra named him. I don't know what the reason was, but it was a joke, more of a joke.
Coming back to the string, how things looking?
I've got a small string D's, but we're getting there slowly but surely.
Well, compliments to the yard, as I mentioned, and yeah, hopefully this horse can win the guys a couple of heats more. He looks like a decent stayer, nicely placed. He'll be competitive.
No, it should be D's. D's, can I just say well done to Jeff? He's having a holiday somewhere. And then to Adam Kethra for selling us the horse. And then to Len Ferner Bloodstock for the negotiating of the deal. And to Donovan and his family as well. Thanks very much.
Well done, Gary.
Thank you.
Lovely. Let's get Ian Sturgeon in. And Ian recently tied the knot, so he'll be learning about the horse's name. So, MUSUCHELALOMISSUS. Well done, Ian.
Yeah, thanks, Deez. My marriage is an open book, and my missus has a beady eye on me all the time.
Well, it's early days, my man. So it's early days. You'll get the manual from one of the older guys that have been in the game for a long time, like me, 21 years. But whatever it is, Ian, you know, I must compliment you on this ride, as Gary mentioned. You just sat patiently, and you knew you had a horse that stays well.
Yeah. Turning for home, you know, Anton just pulled off the rail, and I managed to follow him through. And I was just sitting on, you know, a bit of horse. And, you know, in the past I've ridden him and he's been quite laid back. And today, you know, he didn't get a smack behind the saddle. So well done to Gary. And, you know, he's freshened him up and he's got him right. And he went down to the start a little bit short, and I was a bit worried. The vet had a look at him, and we trotted him up and down and warmed him up, and he came back well.
Things going well, you know. Each time you come to the races or you visit KZN, you were taking a note of, you know, you pick up rides from respective yards. And whilst this may be a small stable, really nice to ride a winner for them.
Absolutely. You know, Gary was with us in the academy. You know, when I was an apprentice, he was helping us, and you know, it's an honour to ride a winner for him. He's a great man, and I really appreciate what he did for my career.
Before you leave, you'd like anything else later?
I think my last two both have, you know, small chances. They're not good things, but they both got place chances.
Thanks for that, Ian. Good ride.
Lovely. Thanks, Deez.
Ian Sturgeon. Let's get Donovan Plykies in, and he'll be representing the owners. Fantastic to see this horse win for you guys.
Yeah, Deez. I just want to thank Jeff for allowing me to get a piece of the tail, and to say thanks to Gary and to Ian. We expected a good run, and I think we got one.
You're a gentleman that seldom misses a race meeting, especially in Pietermaritzburg, in the capital, and you love your racing, and really nice to see you have a winner.
Yeah, thanks, Deez. We were out of it for a while, and then when Gary started again, you know, we've been friends for a long time, so we thought, well, let's give Gary a chance. Because I think everybody needs a chance in life, and so does he. And I'm very grateful for this one.
So you got some family support as well? Your son led in the horse with you?
Yeah, it was nice to have him down here also from Joburg.
Before you leave, have a look at that T-shirt. KZN Rugby Vets, it says. So Donovan's a big rugby fan, and I'm sure you would have been really pleased the way the boys came through yesterday.
Yeah, actually it was quite nice watching the game. Seeing them play the way they did, because the game before that wasn't too good.
Sure.
Yeah, and yeah, it was nice actually.
Donovan, to yourself and your partners, hearty congratulations, and hopefully this horse can go on and win you a few more heats.
Thank you very much, Deez.
Well done. Donovan Plykies representing the owners. Number 2, MUSUCHELALOMISSUS. 2, 1, 3, and 8. That's the way they finished race number 5.
Call for James Goodman. James Goodman to the Stipes Boardroom, please. James Goodman, Stipes Boardroom.